Good morning. Peace and blessings. On the Moon Mama. Happy Wednesday. Nope. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday's a day governed by Mars. But before I talk about Mars at the third degree of Gemini, which is such great news, by the way, I want to invite you to register. Register for the Rebirthing the Authentic Self course. This course is designed to really help participants move into the age of Aquarius in a way that is from the internal processes, the rituals, because as the universe sort of shifts and we begin to get more light meaning more light in our psyche, more light, in our subconscious, which is the same thing as the psyche pretty much, and it'll create like a discomfort. So the things that you've been doing don't make sense, don't feel good. It's just like if you can imagine walking into a house that's dark and then you turn the lights on and you see everything. That's what's happening in our reality. We're starting to see things that we didn't really see before. So this class is designed to help you really do the rituals and cultivate the energy to move yourself out of an old way of being and into a new, because we live in a culture that says that everything is external, that everything is in the 3D. And that's a lie. Everything is internal. Everything you see in the external reality, by the time it gets here, it's the last of it, right? This is old. This is outdated. So we need to bring in new energy, new ways of being, new choices. And that's going to mean, moving pieces around in our own lives and our own consciousnesses and making new choices. It's going to mean birthing a new identity. And so this class, Rebirthing the Authentic Self, Becoming Your God Image, is designed to help you do just that. And I was raised a Christian, and let me just say, Christianity, I don't know what the Christianity is doing now, but the Christianity that I was raised on, in the name of Jesus Christ, didn't work. It didn't work for me, and it didn't work for anybody that I was watching. And it gave us community, it gave us songs, it gave us a place to gather, but it didn't give us power. And that's what this is about. We are power, we are energy, and we are here to create what we desire with our power. But if you're using your power to work for somebody else, or in old ideas and outdated constructs that are dying, your power is dying too. So you want to begin to recalibrate yourself and move yourself out of the old mindset and into the new. And the classes that I teach are designed for that, because they're aligned to the astrology. And the astrology is, let me say that I'm biased, of course, but the astrology is the most practical way to climb yourself through your subconscious, because it's what the divine gave us to do it. It's like astrology is the map to get you to where you want to be. And so the classes that I create are based upon the astrology that will help you move yourself forward. So I love to have you. So today is a Mars day, and Mars is the archetype of Mars is the warrior, the soldier, the baby, the infant, the beginner. And so Mars in Gemini, this is such a, let me tell y'all, this is so good. When I was a little girl, and I was always very religious, honestly. And I loved how it would say, God said, let there be light, and there was light. Well, that's what Mars in Gemini is. It's this ability to activate what's in your mind to bring it to the 3D reality. What you speak, what you think, it's coming, right? So the opportunity here is you got to clear out the stuff. You got to clear out the worries and the doubts, because if you think a thought in a direction and then you still have trauma from your family or disbelief, or you're doing work that you don't like, or you're not fulfilled in your heart, those internal things are going to run interference in what it is you're creating. But if you're clean and clear, that's great. So Mars is action. It's it's assertion, it's beginning. And Gemini is the mind, it's perception, it's perceived reality. It's your thoughts, it's your words, it's what you're speaking and thinking and perceiving. I just said the same thing twice, but it's the key to our existence on a lot of levels, because this is a mental universe. Everything here is mental, everything is mind, everything is thought. So Gemini is where the mind comes into existence. So with Mars and Gemini, your thoughts are coming to life. What you think, what you are, and then Taurus was the feelings, right? So when the moon was in Taurus, it's all about your feelings, or when Mars was in Taurus, it's about your senses, right? So now your Mars was retrograde in Aries for 6 months, which was about getting clear in your mind who you are, your identity. And then it was in Taurus for about a month, and it was like, what do you feel about yourself, your value? And now it's in Gemini, where what you think and what you feel are coming into a perceived reality. So this is some really powerful energy. And at the 3rd degree, it's memory. And here's the thing, we are multidimensional beings. We are cosmic beings. We have lived many, many lifetimes. And Mars at the 3rd degree of Gemini asks you to, like, what I'm doing is asking my soul to give me the memory of what I'm here for. You know, because we carry stuff from our past lives into this life, and we know what we're doing, because some of us do, because we're in an evolutionary expansion, right? So some of us are more conscious than others. But you might have a sense or a feeling, right? Especially if your numerology is a 9 and you're sort of at the end of the life path cycle. So you can begin to remember what it is you're up to. You can begin to remember what your family karma and your family patterns are, and how to free yourself from them, so that you can do what you're here to do and be. The moon is in Aquarius, and the moon is our internal reality, and Aquarius is the mind of God, right? So we have the mind of God governed by Uranus, and we have the Mars and Gemini. So literally the mind of God and the actions of our own mind, which are one thing, because the mind of God is everywhere. Everything is mine. Everything is mine. And the memory at the 3rd degree, this stuff is so good. At the 3rd degree, it says, remember who you really are. Remember what you're really up to. Memory, and the thing is that our cells hold memory. Our psyche holds memory. Water holds memory. And this is the memory of the cosmic creation. This is the memory of of your ancestors. This is not remembering that somebody said something to you that pissed you off. But many of us are still caught in those traumas, so we are remembering those things. We're not remembering the truth and the depth of who we are. And that's why you have to do the work to release those things. That's what the retrograde classes are really helpful for, to help you go back and let go of energy systems that are stored in your body that you have inherited from your family that need to be course corrected, especially for people in Black bodies, or what we call Black or African Americans. All those are really just names and labels that don't even touch the reality of who we are, what we are as cosmic beings. But you have to undo that, your mindset. You have to undo it. You can't just walk away from it, because it's insidious, right? It's woven together. So you got to get yourself free of it so that you can tap into the divine memory. And that will absolutely open you up into the possibilities of who you are. I have something in the works right now that I'll be able to share in about a week or so, because I really want to prove this. Like, there is value in you understanding the proof of it. And every day my life is miraculous. I can think thoughts, and then I can think something, and the person that I think about will call me and say exactly what I was thinking about. I can ask for what it is that I'm desiring, and then it'll show up within 24 hours. Like as feminine beings, we are naturally magical and mystical. And the patriarchal constructs that we have been in have been, we live in a culture that is, prey predator driven, right? Which is like that slavery thing, like preying on other people's energy, vampiric, right? So as women, we are in a vampiric system that is extracting our energy, that won't allow us to function in who we truly are. But as things are changing now, it's important for us to bring ourselves out of that patriarchal dominance, which is about competition and prey predator energy and hierarchical systems. Because when the feminine comes into play, there is no hierarchy. The feminine is the hierarchy, if there is, but the feminine creates everything. So it creates neutrality so that you can have your power and be what it is that you desire, because it's an internal energy. The feminine, where the masculine is external and powerful in the external, the feminine is internal and powerful on the internal. And everything comes from the internal. By the time it gets to the 3D reality, it's dying. Right? So it's important for those who operate in our feminine power to understand the gravity of it, the responsibility of it, the magnitude of it, so that you can really learn how to use it in a way that is not just beneficial to yourself, but to others. And, this is something that I know as a young woman, because your brain isn't fully formed. Your brain isn't fully formed as a woman until you're 26 or 27. So you can't even harness your power yet. So one of the things when I see men who are much older dating much younger women, I'm like, wow, that's an interesting thing, because that woman is trading her power for something that is much less powerful than her. Because if she just gives herself time to come fully into her, like Saturn's return, she'll really have access to her mind and body in a way that will give you power and magic that you don't get when you are siphoning your energy off with a man who is dominant in the 3D reality, because his power is lesser than yours, because the 3D power is not as strong as the internal power. So it's almost as if you give him an opportunity to plug in and just drain your energy, and you're not using it consciously. You want to become conscious and aware of your power. So that's just my thought for young women, because I've lived it and I know what it's like, and I understand the system that we're in. So with that, use this energy today to be thoughtful about what you are thinking about, your perceptions, and what is it that you really want? What is it that you really want? And think about what's blocking you from what you really want. And if you want to come and learn how to understand how to do this work, sign up for the rebirthing course. It's a year-long course. It's really powerful. It'll teach you how to do all this stuff. All right. Peace and blessings. I'm the Moon Mama. Have a wonderful day. Bye.